Due to the ignorance of our host, parental discretion is advised.
Welcome back to How Did It Get So Good? How did it get so good? That's the question, dude. That is the question. Episode 266. I'm here. I'm back all by myself because I'll tell you why. Because I've had some good episodes. If you ask me, obviously, and I've enjoyed all of those, and it's time for me to do it alone once again. Because believe it or not, kind of do like to stay here, sitting here by myself and talking to nobody, which is new for me. But all of a sudden, it feels natural, like I'm talking to the demons in my head, which pretty friendly with them. But anyway, how's everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys have had a good week so far. Good. I mean, it's Monday, right, when this drops, but you know what I mean. Whenever you get to hear this. Shout out to my guys. Once again, I'll do this every time I'm here by myself. Shout out to my guys at Event Horizon. Big news. Big news, fellas. Event Horizon's coming back on stage again. It's been 1 week since you look at me, but it's also been like, I don't know how many years. They say 5, 6, 7 years since they have played on stage as Event Horizon. So I'm very excited about that, and trust me when I say this, I encourage you. Look at me in the windows of my soul. I encourage you to come to this gig. It'll be on April 19th. Obviously we're far away. I'll give you more info when I get it, even though it's on the website. It's on their Facebook, on their Instagram. Look up Advent Horizon. Tickets, if I'm not mistaken, tickets are $12, which is nothing. And I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, I cannot stress this enough. This is gonna be an amazing gig. This is gonna be an amazing show. And I'll be there. I'm playing tambourine and also doing backup vocals because that's all I can do. And by backup, I mean just the bass. Because, you know, I used to sing, but not anymore. My voice is gone. I don't understand why. Maybe it's the fact that I never knew how to sing. And I've destroyed my voice. But I used to be able to, you know, get a little up there. You know, not that I ever was good. I just knew how to do backup vocals, right? And I think it's because I don't know how to sing and I don't know how to use the air in my esophagus and whatever all that shit that professionals talk about. Now I sing a song and I pretend that I'm singing good, and then all of a sudden my voice is like, peace out, I'm out. And then this is gone. And now I'm like, well, okay. All I end up doing is singing the Oak Ridge Boys. You guys know the Oak Ridge Boys? The ones that go, Mama sing bass. What is it? Oh, Daddy sing. What is it? Daddy sing bass. Mama sang tenor. And the boys jumped right in, or whatever the hell it says. But you know, the guys that go, ba 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 ba. Did I just say birria? I just had some birria tacos a couple days ago. Good shit, dude. Good shit. But anyway, let's not jump on other thing like I usually do. This is gonna be a good show. I'm gonna be there. I already have my tickets. There's another podcaster that I know is coming. They already got their tickets. I won't say who. You gotta come in and find out for yourself. And I'm trying to get as many people as I can. Please do this for me and just come hang out with me. Come hang out with me. Come hang out with these guys. Let me show you how good these guys are. And again, I blast the music, you know, left and right. It's all over the Instagram. And so that's just one song, man. That's just one song. This is going to be so good. So yeah. In fact, I'm already on the talks, in the talks with Riley, about coming and stopping at the here at the studio before the show. So Riley says it'll be a good idea. So we might have to do that. We might. I'm gonna see if I can get tickets away. That'll be nice. Get some tickets away. Come hang out with your boy. I can't make it any easier, dude. I can't make it any easier. On top of me begging you to just pay $12 for a ticket and come hang out with me, I'll even give the chance to maybe a couple of people to get in for free. I don't know. That's how desperate for attention I am. Okay, but I'm telling you, it's gonna be awesome. I know I sound repetitive. Just trust me. If you come to the show and you don't like it, feel free to spit on my face. I might like it, by the way. But no, please come hang out. And by the way, I'm gonna be boring you with this because I'm gonna say it. All right, stomach. How about I talk before you do? I'm gonna keep talking about it. I'm gonna keep talking about it. The more details I find, the more I'll let you guys know. But yeah, man, it's on the April 19th. I think it's a Friday, if I'm not mistaken. April 19th. I think it's a bar in Murray. I cannot remember the name of it for right now. But yeah, but I'll be there and come hang out with your boy. I usually go hang out with every one of you guys out there, whenever you guys ask me, if I know you, obviously, right? But now I'm asking, come hang out with me. Speaking of hanging out, as you guys know, last week was fight night. What do we do on fight night? What do we do on fight night, everybody? Exactly. We go to a bar named Sue. We hang out. DJ. I don't know. What is it? Is he DJ Dre? Is it DJ Bad Hair Day? DJ Queef Rocka? I don't know what he is, dude. I don't know what he is. But it was just him and I. That sounds sad. But it was just both of us. And, usually we go in there and we sit at the bar, and then we kind of know who's coming, and we just go, oh, it's time to jump on the table, so we got a lot more space for peeps. But he was like, I don't know if anybody's coming, and I said, well, I don't know if anybody's coming. I know that one guy, you know who you are. One guy's like, yeah, I'll be there. Never showed up. It's fine. But we just stayed at the bar, and that was cool. Fights went on forever, dude. Forever. Speaking of fights, you see, there's a lot to tell you. By the way, I'm telling you because I have been having people over, and there's nothing that I love more. Maybe all these all these news that I'm gonna give you, all these that I have to get out of my chest, it's all news. So bear with me, huh? I know that you have a choice. Actually, you do. You can turn this off, but please don't. Let me entertain you for a sec. Speaking of, 2 weeks ago, I went to. Is it 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? 2 weeks? I don't even remember, dude. But I went to the local fights, and I'm telling you, dude. Shout out to Zach. We've had Zach back when we were the Beehive, and also Jason and Eric. And all those guys that are well involved into this local MMA, this Utah MMA scene, and it's amazing, and it's kind of crazy how you go to these events, and then you go like, oh, there's a fight and a fight and a fight and another fight and another fight, and then they put another event together or whatever. But this time, I literally had to sit down, and I was sitting. I was babysitting. Not really, but you know what I mean. I sat down right next to Mr. DJ. Put the record on. The record on. I don't know the record on. Dre. I was sitting with his wife and his kid. And shout out to his kid, by the way. He gave me a Christmas present. He was like, "Hey, I got something for you," and I said, "Oh, cool. Where is it?" He's like, "It's in the car." Oh, but that doesn't work for me, dude. So can we go get it? He's like, "No, dude, you can't bring bags inside of the Maverick Center." I'm like, "Okay." So now I have to wait until all these fights are over, right? Like, how many fights do we have? Oh, hold on, let me check. 14 of them. 14 fights of them. 14 fights of them. 14 fights. I said, "Oh, I'm gonna be here for a hot second then." That's how today is gonna be. And now I can't leave because little homeboy is excited about giving me a present. I can't just walk out and say, "Oh, look, dude, it's past my bedtime. I gotta go. I gotta wait for these fights to be over, dude." And he's so excited about giving me a Christmas present. And I go, "Okay, cool." So I went and said hi to Dre. Like I said, I sat with the with this family, and we watched these fights. And back to what I was saying, is like there was a point in time when I sat down. I was sitting down, obviously. I was munching on some popcorn, and I started seeing this, and I started literally taking in what I was seeing. And there's like a legit octagon. The lights, the projectors, the screens, obviously we have I've said his name too many times. We had that one guy DJing. We have another guy that was doing some legit lighting work. And then we had like I said, we had Jason and Eric Iman, shout out to those guys, doing the commentating. And obviously, who else knows about MMA than those guys? Longwells, by the way. But I got to see Eric from far away. Eric, I still have your gloves here. They will always be here until someone wants to give me $20 for them. But I say hi to him. And again, you start taking everything. It's like, oh, this is like a legit event put together. Like it's more than a professional event put together. And the only thing that's missing, if you ask me, obviously I don't know. I'm just a guy that enjoys the fights and gets to go, right? The only thing this thing is missing, it's the audience. It's the people. If that was packed, it would be absolutely amazing. And it's not that there's not a lot of people. There's a bunch of people, don't get me wrong. But there's a lot of empty seats. And I'm telling you, man, when you sit there, you're like, "Oh, okay, there's local people putting this huge event together. There's fighters coming out of town. They're flying into Utah to fight, to beat the shit out of each other with another one that comes from another place. This is a legit event. It is a legit thing happening. It's professional. It's well done." And you're like, holy, and I was in awe, man. I was like, holy shit, like, basically my friends put this monster of a show together. And it takes him months. And shout out to Zach. He puts all these matches together. And Zach, so I think Zach's fighting this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. And I apologize. I don't follow as much as I do. I enjoy, and I should do it more, right? I do like that the ambience of getting together and go see some people fight, which is kind of fucked up if you think about it, right? Because you don't want to go and I mean it sounds shitty, right? But you don't want to go and see a fight being won by decision, right? You don't want you know. As much as you love the fight, I'm sorry, I apologize if you're a fighter, but you kind of should know this. If nobody goes to a fight to see all 3 rounds or 5 rounds. You want to see, I'm sorry, you want to see someone get knocked the fuck out, right? You want to see blood. You want to go, oh shit, you got knocked the fuck out. Like, you want to see that, right? You don't want to go like, oh, they went the distance, and now they're like, well, let's leave it to, you know, those guys to figure out who won. But again, it's a well put together thing, and I don't think people and take it in as much as, I mean, by all means, I this just happened to me. I was just sitting down, and I was really like, I had dressed kid go get me a beer, and I was like, oh, this is like, hold on, I'm like, this whole thing, like, this is literally a setup to pack up this entire stadium, or at least half of it. And literally, my friends put that together. Maybe not the closest friends, right? But people that I know. Let's just leave it at that. People that I know. I consider them friends because I consider, you know, if I go and say, hey, what's up? I consider you my friend. But yeah, so again, the only thing that's missing is the people. It's the people, and it's I don't know what I mean, I guess I do know, right? Like, what's the difference between local and the actual UFC? I mean, I get it. You're seeing people that are going to be legends or whatever. They're on their way to be legends, but so are these guys. And there was a guy there named Lauren. Shout out to Lauren. I used to work with him, and all of a sudden I see his. Again, mind blowing, right? I went to work with this guy. I would have never thought that I was going to see him again, let alone I was going to go to this stadium and see his picture in the Jumbotron. Is that a thing still? Jumbotron? See his picture on the screen. And not only that, but I'm like, oh shit, like I used to work with that guy. And all of a sudden you see him in the middle of the ring and he's beating the shit out of another guy. And he won. I was like, oh shit. And I'm like, I used to work with him, right? Because you get so excited. You get excited about the fact that, oh shit, like I was shoveling with that guy. I was raking with that guy. I was running equipment with that guy. And look at him now. He just won his fight. And I think he won the title. Again, I'm not that good at that. But I think he won the title or kept the title. See, I don't fucking know. But I know Lauren. Shout out to Lauren. So yeah, if you could, just go to these events, man, and I tell you what too, tickets are not that bad. I'll be honest with you, unless you're really gonna go, and I mean, you can spend some good money and get tables, right, which are like right next to the octagon. If you want to get splattered with sweat and blood and piss, I don't know why piss. Maybe that's just how I fight. You can spend the money and get those tickets, right? But like people that are like where the poor people like myself are, they're not that expensive. And so it doesn't take much for someone to go and enjoy this event. It's pretty badass. So I highly suggest it too, and I think it happens. Correct me if I'm wrong, fellas, but I think it happens once a month. Once a month and a half, every 2 months. So if you could, please go to those. They're fun, and who doesn't want to spend $20 on a beer? But that's whatever, right? Anyway, you. This is. I'm gonna give you something that I want to talk about. You know, okay, but I'm gonna segue into that. Okay, so hear me out. Yeah, so you can go to these events and have a good day. And if you're sitting far away, get some of those Apple Vision Pros and zoom in and then have them out close to you, right, dude? Apple Vision Pro, boots with the fur. Here's my thing, dude. Okay, I have 2 problems with this, and like I said, I'm giving you old news, Relax, dude. Okay, you gotta hear my point. Two things right off the get go. I was watching some videos about this thing. This thing is amazing. First of all, this thing is awesome. The whole 9 yards, right? You can literally watch TV with a barely moving a hand. You can choose things on the screen that it's on your face by just looking at it. I mean, the thing is crazy. It's over $3,600 for these stupid looking goggles. And that's my point right there, dude. I got nothing else to say after that. Apple, you're killing it, right? You're killing it. Why do I have to sit down with something that is almost as big as my head? What am I snorkeling with these things? These things are ridiculously looking. They're too big. And here's the thing. When they came out, I was watching videos about this thing. Not that I wasn't following it. I didn't know that it was. I'm not a nerd, right? I'm not one of those guys like, oh, you know what's coming? Apple Vision Pros. Like, I had, before these things started coming out of my feed, I had no idea they were coming, no idea where they are. I have it written down because I can't remember the name. That's how I roll. Anyway, so there's people wearing them, and they're outside, out in public and walking around the streets and all this with this fucking fish tank on their faces. You see, I know we can do better than that, right? I know we can do better than that. And again, I after the videos that I watched, these things are amazing. This thing is like, holy shit! You literally can watch TV in your glasses, and you can zoom in, so you feel like you're in the movie. There's some 3D shit. You can talk to other person, like as if you were talking to them on the phone, and this person might be on the Apple Vision things too, on the Apple Vision Pros, and when you talk to this person, you feel like you see a person that's talking to you. Meanwhile, that person is only showing. I don't even know how to explain it, dude. It's like if I put these glasses on, these goggles on, right, and you have some, and then we talk to each other, you will see me. You will see my whole half a body talking to you. Face expressions. I don't know about hands. I only saw the torso moving. Face expression. And all this thing is capturing is your eyes. That's crazy. That's awesome. But it's just too bulky looking, man. It literally is like that what's that game that I sound like I'm 100 years old. What's that game the kids are playing where they put their things on their faces and they're doing the whatever? That's what it looks like. But the thing is, it's transparent, right? You can see the and this is another thing, dude. The video that I saw, they were explaining this guy how to do it, and he's wearing them, and the person that's talking to them, it's like the glass is actually transparent. Like you can see their eyes. They can see you, which makes it kind of weird because it makes it look, I don't know, right? It could be like, imagine if you look like what do you call it? Like the glasses that look like the bottom of the bottles. I know there's a name for it, and I know how to say it in Spanish. I'm not catching it in English, but you know what I mean. Like, have you seen the games that Ellen DeGeneres throws in her show when she has like blindfolded, like the blindfolds, and they're like eyes, or like what, like they feel like the eyes are like drunk. They look like the eyes are drunk. They're all fucked up and they're all like looking or like doing like a cross eye or whatever. That's how I feel like you look up with this. You look with these things on. They're too big, dude. They're too big. Again, they're badass. I get it. Two things. Why? Hey, let me ask you this first of all. Why are we getting so crazy on technology when it's gonna cost thousands of dollars on getting them? It's like, hey, we just made this thing. It's gonna make your life so much easier if you're a lazy piece of shit, because now you don't have to get up, you know. And we have gone from walking to your TV to change it to walking to get your remote control. Now you don't have to. You can just sit there, get fat, and watch all the porn you want. That's fine, dude. But also, why do I look like I have a fucking astronaut's helmet on my face? And that's all, dude. And that's all, folks. Why? Why is it so big? Apple, get your shit together, man. You can buy me a phone that is this thin. I mean, you can get me a phone that is this thin. But also, I gotta wear these stupid looking things. Whatever happened to the Google glasses? Remember those? How stupid looking. And by the way, they were just regular glasses and they have like a little thing on the. I mean, I don't even know, dude. But they have like a little thing that you would drop down and it would be like a little thing. Where are those things, by the way? Isn't Google killing it too? Stupid looking things, right? And for all we know, these things are gonna come out and then all of a sudden gone. Like that. Where are the Google glasses? Is that even a thing anymore? I remember seeing somebody with the Google glasses. I don't even know if I'm calling them right. I think it was the Google glasses. I saw them at the what is this building over here called the courthouse over here where Pioneer Park is, kind of thing. And I remember getting. I went in there for a event, like some kind of a Latino thing event, and there were some dances and stuff like that. Well, there's this guy, nerd alert, by the way, typical nerd. He was walking around, actually not walking. He was on a bicycle. He had the Crocs, some shorts, button-up shirt, probably socks. I'm not gonna lie, and he had these glasses on with the little square thing that would land on top of the glasses he was wearing. And where is that technology nowadays? Nobody wears that shit. I don't see it. And what did they do, by the way? God damn it, I need a producer here. Google some shit for me, dude. Does anybody want to come in and hang out with me every time I do this? Let me know. I'll put you to work though, but I mean, I'm working, right? But yeah, I don't know what the fuck. But yeah. So that's my bitching about those. Again, they seem amazing. They seem pretty badass looking. I mean, the videos that I saw that were actually from Apple, I think, and there's this lady teaching this guy how to use them, and the stuff that you can do with the glasses is amazing. It's badass. But it's just too big, dude. Let's get it together, Apple. But that's my bitching. Speaking of bitching, coming out with some old news again. I want to get heat for this. We're all my hip hop fellas, which happens to be 95% of the freaking podcast friends that I have. The Grammys. Mr. JC has some things to say about his wife not winning Album of the Year, even though she has the most Grammys. I think she has 32, if I'm not mistaken. I do some research, all right? I'm not just throwing this shit out there. I do some research. When I really care and I really want to bitch about something, I do some research. And she has 32. Now, JC went up there, and he was like, hey, I hope that you guys are getting it right, but not all the way getting it right. I think that's what his words were. And then he was like, And this lady over here, speaking of his wife, the lovely Beyonce Knowles, Sasha Fierce, um, he said this is the lady with the most Grammys ever, and she's never won album of the year. Right? Here's my thing. I should have called this podcast "Here's My Thing." Here's where I sit on this. Since when making music becomes about winning awards? I don't understand it. Mr. JC, with all due respect, I am nobody to you, right? I'm not on your level per se. I'm not even that fan of hip hop. I like what I like. I like some hip hop. But if you ask anybody out there right now, whether you're battling when you're rap battling, or you are coming up with hip hop albums, or this guy's doing their album and coming out, and this, if I was in any of these guys' position, I don't do music anymore, but if I was, if you told me that I get to be at the level of Jay-Z and never win a stupid fucking award, I'm okay, dude. Mr. JC, you're set for life. Aren't you a billionaire anyway, or close to be? You have an empire with your beautiful wife. Why are you bitching about, oh, my wife has gotten every single one of these awards but this one? Who gives a fuck? Have you ever heard like Eminem say like, hey, how come I didn't win this award? Sir, you are killing it at life. There's only a small percentage of people in the world that you get to do what you do, and at the level that you do it. And you still bitch about something. Listen, like I said, I don't know hip hop. I sat here with Mr. Bangerang, the DJ. Shout out to Bangerang. And I flat out said, listen, man, I don't understand what the fuss is about when it comes to Beyonce. She's very talented. Don't get me wrong. She's very talented. I even like her music. And she's a badass. Then she's fucking damn near moonwalking in heels. I get it, dude. All the single ladies, I wish I knew that fucking choreography. She's killing it at life, dude. Killing it. So I don't know why that, you know. And by him bringing it out, not her, it kind of makes me feel like she was like, why would you say that? I don't give a fuck. I make millions while I sleep. Why would I care about a fucking award? I don't get it, man. I really don't understand it. Again, you're killing it at everything that you do. You're so killing it. Again, as far as I know, right? You're so killing it. You retire from making music. You are at a level in your life when you go, hey, I don't need to make new shit. The shit that I did in the past, that's filling my pockets. We're good. My wife, 32 Grammys. She's doing good. My kid gets to stand right next to me on the stage of the Grammys. Tell me how many kids can do that, sir. And you're complaining about one fucking album. I may be getting the message wrong, dude. I'm not going to sit here and say that I know what the fuck's going on out there, especially with hip hop. And sir, I will say, N-Words in Paris, one of my favorite songs ever. I really like it. My respects. My head's off to you. That fucking song bangs, dude. That fucking song bangs. It's a good fucking jam. And every time I hear it, you're getting paid. So why does it matter how many Grammys you got? Are we losing it? It's that becoming a thing now. You can only show how good you are by how many awards you're doing. When I was making music, I wish I was living off of my music. Jay-Z and Beyonce are doing this plus more. They're doing this times 1,000, right? Who gives a fuck about this? If I come out with, listen, if I happen to have a show where, let's just put it in my for my position where I'm at. If this show gets to be, this is gonna be stupid, all right? But hear me out. If this show gets to be as big as Joe Rogan's, why would I care if it's number one in Utah? You see where I'm going with this? At this point, if this show gets to pay for itself, why do I care about being number one? If this show is paying for itself and paying my bills, why do I care about how people haven't recognized me, or they haven't recognized me for the job that I do or the work that I do? It doesn't matter. I'm doing what I love, and I get to make a living off of it. I don't get it, sir. I apologize. I just don't get it. And then that was too much rambling about that. But hey, in other news, what a drastic change. In other news, by the way, this today was I'm recording this on Thursday, the 22nd. Today I went to do a job fair from the company that Long Balls and I work for, to recruit, not to recruit, right, because they're in school, but to put like the seed in people's minds of like, hey, you're looking for a career in construction? We got the work for you. And it was something, right? It's I was talking to Justin about this on the way back. We're like, it kind of puts in perspective how your kids go through when you're in high school. Like, you get to see the little groups, right? You get to see the person that is by himself or by herself. You get to see who the popular kids are, right? You get to see who the nerds are. But we got to talk to a bunch of kids, and not only us, right? Like, there's a bunch of companies there that are offering their jobs or whatever. But it was kind of cool. Here's my thing, though. Here's my thing. Here's the thing. I went to at the end of things. I asked Justin. I said, "Where's the bathroom?" He's like, "Oh, it's just right over here." So, all right, cool. I'm like, "I'll be right back." I went to the bathroom. I had to pee so bad. I walk into that bathroom, dude, out of high school, and the smell of that bathroom brought me so many memories. And I don't know why. I don't know what it is. It's a thing of being there and having that. I don't know. I don't know if definitely the smell. Definitely, like if you blindfolded me with those stupid Apple Vision Pros, and you walk me into a high school bathroom without me being able to see, all I gotta do is this, and I know exactly where I'm at. What is it? I don't know. It smells kind of like plasticky and vinyl-y from the stalls, along with the pissing of everybody. I don't know what it is, but I was like, oh, dude, I'm in a school bathroom. And that was gross. But it was cool. Like the experience was cool. Not something that I would love to do every weekend, but it was all right, I guess. I mean, if you told me, hey, you don't have to do it, I'd be like, oh, okay, cool, perfect. But it's the experience was cool, right? Like you get to see what you kind of they had a little and I'm not gonna get too much in details on this, but they had a little system of let's just say the kids had to talk to companies, right? They had to talk to a few of us, and there was a way to keep track of it. So you kind of start seeing who is the kid. And listen, man, we talked to over 100 kids. There was probably a handful, maybe 5 of them that you actually feel like, oh, this kid could make it into construction because of the way he handled himself or herself, right? Because we also say, hey, listen, if you're a lady, we have plenty of ladies working out in the field that work for us, and also we have a bunch of them working at the office. So you get to offer that too, right? You get to talk about it. It says, hey, man, listen, just don't get the impression of like, oh, because I'm a girl, I don't belong there. But like, no, we have ladies working for us. We have very reliable ladies working for us out in the field and out in the office. But anyway, so but you kind of get to see who is there because they have to be, and who is there because they're very interested, they're curious about it. And that was cool to see because you get to catch that in like 20 minutes of doing this. You're like, oh, okay, this, and I'll be honest, man. There was some kids that I will give them the whole spiel, right? Like, hey, my name is so and so. This is so and so. We used to be this. Now we started at the bottom. Now we're here. We haven't gotten any Grammys, but I mean, that's whatever. But you know, this is the opportunity that this company gave me, and I've been doing this for so long, and now I do this, and it's not, and there's, you know, room for growth. The spiel, right? And there was some that you just go, hey, how's it going? And they're like, whatever. And I go, okay, well, here's all the information. If you want to take a picture of this QR code and, grab a pen on your way out. So that was cool. Of course, your boy had to be, you know, like I'm talking about, oh, we're going to go to a high school. I got to wear some shoes, right? I got to wear some kicks. I got to wear some nice kicks, not just regular kicks. Right, so I took this one. So I don't know if I can show them. I'm too fat for this. My Jordans, my Lost and Founds. You know, my OGs, right? And that was like one of my go-tos. Say like, hey, how's it going? Love the shoes, love the game, right? Look at me doing the thing, huh? And some of them knew, and again, there's the group of kids that will walk by. Every single one of them is wearing some Nikes, right? Like good Nikes. You're like, holy shit! Like, yeah, you don't need a job. But it was good. It was a good experience. And give me 1 second. I'm just responding a quick text. So it was a good experience. And it was borderline fun. to just talk to people and just talk to these guys, these kids, and like I said, just starting to not read kids. Well, that sounds bad, but starting to read these young fellas, and so yeah, that was kind of fun. It was kind of fun. I mean, it got old soon, fast, but it was fun. And going to the bathroom was like, oh, yeah, I've probably shit myself in one of these when I was a kid. But anyway, that's whatever. So yeah, dude, that's my. Oh, speaking of what I miss saying this. Speaking of that whole Apple Vision Pro, if you're gonna listen, coming out with those big things, hey, I'd rather Elon Musk putting that Neuralink up my ass. And because you know why? It doesn't get any smaller than that, right? I could be wearing it right now. You wouldn't even know, right? I'm not wearing goggles of the size of a helmet, but put that chip in my brain, dude. Make me smarter. Who cares? Make me, well, I guess it's not going to be for people to get smarter, right? But it's going to be for people that can't use their arms, maybe people that can't walk. You know, I have 2 kids in a wheelchair, man. Sign me up for those. Sign me up for 2 of those to go, please. But yeah, so I think this is it. This is all my complaining that I'll do for this week. I have scheduled some good people. My next guest, I never met him before. And this is as much as I'll give you for now. So I'm excited about that, and these guys are doing good things for the community. Yeah, I'll hit you up with that next week. Thank you so much for following the little clips that were I don't know why I say we, that I'm throwing on IG and YouTube. They're killing it. So thank you for that. Thanks to the people that still reach out and says, hey, I like that, like what you did here. Like what last episode was a blast. I haven't had these guys here in forever, since we started the podcast. And back when we did that episode, we didn't have a camera. Now we have 2. Not when I do solo episodes, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I had a blast with those guys. I love those guys. Another thing is, thank God, Chance, my buddy Chance, you guys get to hear him every episode in the beginning. He finally, after 4 long months, he finally got to go home. He got released. He got released from the hospital, and now he's home. And I got to see him last Sunday, I think. And I had a good conversation with him. Once again, I'm lucky enough that every time I go, I'd see him. He's there alone. And so I get to talk to him and kind of open up, be like, dude, I fucking miss you. I love you. And you were an inspiration to me. And I've always looked up to you and so. But I'm happy to know that he's home. We got the pictures on the group text that he was being taken home. So that's the good news for now. Now it's the long and slow road to recovery, or I guess that's what I saw in a book. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. You can follow the podcast at How Did It Get So Good on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And until next time, this has been How Did It Get So Good? Take it over, fellas.